Crime rates, black population, and Democrat leadership. Is there a correlation? News outlets routinely assert that Americans are mistaken in believing that violent crime is rising. The truth is violent crime soared by 43% under Sleepy Joe Biden. With that said, violent crimes of the last 4 years may have been underreported due to the leftist lunatics being in charge during the Biden administration. So I think going with the homicide rates from 2020 will be a better indicator, as dead bodies are harder to hide than the other crime metrics. Like I said, these numbers being from 2020 are before the leftists were in charge of things. These are the cities with the highest homicide rates from 2020. All 10 of these cities have from 2 times to 6 times the national average of black population, and all but one have Democrat mayors, with the one outlier being unaffiliated. Number 10 on the list is our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. In 2024, the people of D.C. overwhelmingly voted Democrat by 90%. D.C. has a Democrat mayor, and the leftist lunatics of D.C. love their illegals. But Trump is cleaning house. But the subject of this video is the possible correlation between homicides and black populations. And D.C. has 3.3 times the national average of blacks at 43.3% and 4 times the national homicide rate. Number 9 of the most homicidal cities in the U.S. is Chicago. Chicago voted 77% for Harris and has a Democrat mayor. Chicago is 28.7% black, 2.2 times the national average and 4 times the murder rate. Number 8 is Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati has a Democrat mayor and voters lean left. Cincinnati was the location of the brutal beatdown of a white couple by a gang of blacks on July 26th of this year. Cincinnati is 43% black, which is 3.3 times the national average and has 4 times the murder rate. Number 7 on the list is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee has a Democrat mayor, and the political map is very blue. Milwaukee has a 39% black population, which is 3 times the nation's average, and has 4.3 times the homicide rate of the national average. Number 6 on the list is Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City has a Democrat mayor, and the political map is dark blue. Kansas City, Missouri has the smallest black population on the list, with only 2 times the national average at 25.8% with 4.4 times the average homicides. At number 5, deadliest cities is Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland has a Democrat mayor, and its political map in 2024 was mostly dark blue. Cleveland has a 47.6% black population, which is 3.3 times the national average, and has a 6.5 times higher homicide rate than the rest of the U.S. Number 4 is Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has a Democrat mayor and is dark blue. It has a 61% black population, which is a 4.7 times the nation, and has a whopping 6.5 times the national average of homicides. Number 3 is Detroit, Michigan. Detroit has an unaffiliated mayor, but is mostly blue. Detroit is 78% black, which is 6 times the national average, and has a 6.8 times more homicides than the nation. Number 2 is New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans has a Democrat mayor, and the political map is dark blue. It is 57% black, which is 4.4 times the U.S. average, and has 5.8 times the homicides. Number 1 on the list for most homicides in 2020 is St. Louis, Missouri. This is East Downtown St. Louis, with roads blocked off and buildings crumbling into the streets. It is a Democrat-ran shithole, with a Democrat mayor, and has a blue political map. St. Louis has a 43% black population, which makes it 3.3 times the national average, and has a staggering 9 times the national average of murders than the rest of the country. I conclude that indeed there is a correlation between black population, Democrat leadership, and high murder rates. Is this a surprise to anyone? In contrast, is the safest city in America, Burlington, Vermont. Its political map is deep blue and its mayor is of the Progressive Party. It is 85% white, 3 to 7% Asian, and only 2 to 3% black. As Burlington votes Democrat, but has 85% whites, it would seem that it is the demographics of the city and not so much its politics that determines its crime rate.